He's about to beat my ass, bro. You see him over there buffing? My bad. Didn't know whose hood I was in. Oh, zone 6 is almost directly connected to zone 11. I thought. But that doesn't spell great things, does it? The zones are slowly connected. That means that like this pretty much this whole section of city is zone, right? So does that mean that they're just gonna keep adding more and more zones until this entire city's just one big Pokemon wild zone? You know what's so funny? Actually, somebody on the internet said this game is really hard because of the Pokemon jump you. I was like, Pokemon game hard is crazy. Because I just heard them say it was hard, and they said it was because the Pokemon jump you, and I'm just like, okay. Average game reviewer mad at the game because they're horrible at everything, I guess. I'm not the best, but I'd like to say, you know, I like to pride myself on being better than the average IGN reviewer, and that's kind of where I'm at in life, you know. If I ever become worse than an IGN reviewer, you will never hear from me again. I will drop off the face of the internet, and I will stop trying to make it big. It's over for me if I'm not better than an IGN reviewer. It's about time I get another shiny, right? I got one today, but just time-wise. You did great, Fromage. Thank you, Tawny. Oh, we did kind of leave the heavy lifting to you again, huh? That's just the natural consequence of someone proving themselves so thoroughly dependable. For sure, and the job's definitely getting done, but I wonder, is it really enough just to find Pokemon and calm them down? I'd rather we get to the actual root of the problem. Not that we can do anything about it until we know what's causing the rogue mega evolution in the first place. I'm sure Quasartico is following whatever leads they can. I don't have hiccups, by the way. If they were, you'd think Vinny would at least keep us in the loop. The fact that he hasn't told us anything probably means they don't know yet either. Promotion match for who? Who is it? Let's see. The fighting dude, Ivor. I knew I would fight him at some point. I didn't know it would be here though. Oh, it's Ivor from the Fist of Justice. Remember when we ran into him? I think that was by the Wild Zone Plaza. He runs a dojo that teaches karate or some other kind of martial arts. Bet you anything he's a master fighting type user. I believe their dojo is near Junko Plaza. What a relief to know where they are and not have to track them down like we did with Kanari. That was such a chore. That chore was a small price to pay for the privilege of meeting Kanari. I don't recall there being any detective work. You simply used the information I had. So, Fromage, do you have a challenger's ticket already? Nope. Sounds like it's time to earn some more points in the Zia Royale. Promotion match right after battling a bunch of rogue Pokemon. That's a lot. Be careful. It's almost like that's exactly what we did last time. Pokemon Cafe Ami. What? Like Pokemon Ami? What? What does she have to say? They're trubbish little trash bags developed a taste for our cafe's food so they keep coming back. I think they like our food, don't get me wrong, but that smell Trubbish give off was exactly a crowd pleaser. So here's our thought. If it's our food, maybe we can use that to our advantage. Have a nice big bag of tasty trash using our food scraps. Do you think I could use it? Do you think you could use it to lead them to garbage bins? Sure. Looks like he has some admirers. How adorable. That is true. Wait, maybe I can flick up with the little guys. Completely unfazed. There's no brain cells. Do they know they're alive? Doing a phalanx impression or something? Seems tough, but hang in there. Come on, Trubby Wubby. Smell from the Trubbish couldn't reach the cafe if they stay here. Gosh, look at them munching happily away. Think about what? Coexisting with Pokemon doesn't just mean sharing the same space. I mean, these Trubbish love our food just like humans do, but it wouldn't work to have them eat our cafe. Maybe coexisting with Pokemon sometimes means knowing the right distance to keep. Some random lady just dropped the craziest knowledge bomb of the entire game. So can I actually use this cafe's facilities then? I can. What is warm milk? Oh. I did not mean to have a little drink with my guy, Greninja. I'm fine with it, but they gave me the wrong order. They gave me the wrong order. I'm performative. I only did that for the flick. Just had to let them know, you know, I ordered a matcha. I don't know why they gave me this. Thank you. More. I need a hotter flame. Yeah, you were screaming, dog. Leo here provides our firepower. A battle? Sure. Yeah, I do want to do something first. Okay, perfect. All right, there's something I wanted to see is ready. All right, check this out though. Right? Here's the thing I wanted to see. Catching charm. Oh yeah, speaking of. Do it, Halucha! Oh no. He does the cool flips. He's so awesome. Gulp. What an intense battle. Almost caught fire myself. Is that enough for you, bro? Why is the firepower provided by the littlest guy ever? He just had a Houndoom. Doesn't Houndoom's core temperature get so hot that it literally melts its insides when it mega evolves or something like that? Here, this is where we can trade in our screws for plushes, I think. Go to the museum to end stuff off. Okay. I don't need these three middle ones pretty much. The EXP and the... Yeah, I think that'll be it. All right, well, let's check out the museum, I guess. We're currently hosting a special exhibition on the second floor. All right, well, first let's look at everything. Captures the lives of Pokemon and farmers who've lived together with the land. It was painted about 85 years ago and is regarded as an example of naturalism. You can find fossils in the glittering cave sometimes. Is this Chargestone Cave? It's a dark and narrow cave. The source of its eerie light is a plant called luminous moss. This work is part of a series depicting sceneries that inspired overseas artists while they were traveling in Kalos. Oh, I guess that's probably the glittering caves from like the place where you first, I guess, fight Team Flare. Remember that Lucario statue from the Tower of Mastery? Oh, what? Only the chosen may climb the Tower of Mastery. It also requires skill with roller skates to reach the top floor. One must have complete mastery of their own body to become a Mega Evolution user. I think it's so crazy that... they didn't put roller skates in this game. Tower of Mastery stands to the north of Shaolur City. Two strange stones were once discovered in this area, which are now thought to have been the first known Megastone and Keystone. The giant Mega Lucario statue which stands within the Tower of Mastery. In order to directly view its face, one must climb to the second floor tower. Within the base of the statue is a room that only successors or related personnel can enter. First ever Mega Pokemon? Wow. This is a replica of the statue in the Tower of Mastery. The original statue was created to commemorate the fact that Lucario was the first Pokemon to ever Mega Evolve in the Kalos region. It's said that one only gains their Mega Ring after defeating the successor to Mega Evolution in a Pokemon battle atop the Tower of Mastery. This piece was long believed to have been the portrait of the king from 3,000 years ago, painted by an artist who lived during his time. However, recent research lent support to a theory that the painting in fact depicts a descendant of the king's younger brother. From this, we can surmise that the royal line maintained a degree of power through the ages. I was gonna say, this looks nothing like AZ. Painting of the mythical... Dude, I love Diancie so much. I was saying, I hope we get Diancie in this game. If not, just straight up, maybe NDA. Yeah, I know AZ was the king. That's why I said it looks nothing like him. But it said it was supposed to be the king. I'm hoping we get Diancie in this game, whether DLC or like at the end or something. Artist boldly issues painting of a background altogether, keeping the focus solely on Diancie. Thus, we can feel the artist's desire to emphasize that the subject transcends eras and trends. This one's cute. I like this one. Pokemon sharing a moment together, centered around Gothitelle. Many artists have displayed curiosity about how Pokemon relate to each other in the absence of humans. I really want Gothita, Gothitelle, and whatever in this game, but I haven't seen them, so I don't even know if they're in this game. Depiction of the fruit Pokemon Serena and the Scarecrow Pokemon Cacturn. Some have chosen to explore the figures of the Pokemon, so different than humans, in order to better understand their anatomy and explore their nature, the nature of their hearts and minds. I know you can probably hear, but my throat is like cooked. They say a man of power at the time forced the artist to add the mythical Pokemon Mew to spread the word of how great he was. Okay. Painting depicts a knight errant who continues his travels with the Pokemon Golurk. The painting expresses the knight's identity, and his suffering as primary subjects. It is regarded as an example of romanticism. Piece is a key work in the rise of the realist movement. It depicts the keen accuracy seen in the scenery in the area near Calmarine City in Kalos. We need a Gen 6 game, bro. A new Gen 6 game. Around the time the Parfum Palace was built, aristocrats who served the king created unique castles in their territories. This work is highly praised as a piece that captures the period in time. Is this the place where we watched the firework festival? No, because that thing had statues of Furfroos on the sides, right? Well, that takes place everywhere. What? Courtyard of the Parfum Palace. Oh yeah, everywhere in the Kalos, like full Kalos, like just X and Y remakes. Statue that celebrates the cooperation between the Pokemon and people stands in the courtyard. This work is part of a series depicting sceneries that inspired overseas artists while they were traveling in Kalos. A firework palace is in the museum. Oh. City looks like a hideaway for fairies. Huge tree stands in the center, and the Pokemon gym is nestled in the tree. This work is part of a series depicting sceneries that inspired overseas artists while they were traveling in Kalos. They said there was something special on the second floor. Let's see. Whoa, one of every Pokeball is cool. Factory makes Pokeballs and ships them all over the Kalos region. This painting is part of a series on technology in Kalos, and the ever-increasing number of Pokeball expresses the artist's desire to be connected to all Pokemon. Three-dimensional map of Lumiose created using holotech. It's a whole series of paintings of power plants in Kalos. Someone truly loved them, no? No, this trailer, or this picture was supposed to be an area we could have visited in X and Y before they scrapped it. I think all this is, like, I think this is supposed to be like the power plant or whatever. And the ones you could see off in the distance. Plant uses heat from the ground to generate electricity. This painting is part of a series on technology in Kalos. The plant is a sharp commentary on the hidden passion that lies beneath everyone's surface. This plant gathers sunlight and space in order to generate electricity. And the artist has succeeded in capturing the sense of self-efficacy in the region, of being isolated but still striving to help others. This plant uses gas from composting waste to generate electricity. It expresses the sorrow of wanting to leave some legacy behind, even though we pass on and disappear. This plant uses gas from composting waste to generate electricity. Expresses the sorrow of wanting to... What? Am I looking at the one over there? Oh no, it's just the same one. Wait, what? Okay. This power plant uses fire to generate electricity. The fierce combustion fully communicates the passionate fire of the energy of life. Power plant uses fire to generate electricity. Oh, same thing. Whoa. Sui map number 2. Map depicts the Coronet Highlands as well as the Crimson Mylands and Lake Valor. Though very different from the modern Sinnoh region, the geography itself is accurately shown. It's believed that the surveyor viewed the area from above while riding on a flying Pokemon. Yo, it's just like It's just like Slew map number 1. This depicts the area around the settlement of Jubilife, base of the Galaxy Expedition team. Many children can be seen, perhaps indicating the fear Pokemon had lessened and life had stabilized by this time. Whoa! Whoa, this place is cool! Dude, it's Ray and Akari's outfits! Survey Corps uniform. This uniform remained undamaged even when its wearer rolled over tough terrain and dodged attacks from wild Pokemon. It could withstand both heat and cold, as it is said to have even withstood Pokemon moves. Remarkably, the white kerchief was believed to never slip off, no matter how the wearer moved. Yeah, that is accurate. Dude, they got the potions and the what is it, mochi? Potato mochi or whatever. And the little crafting kit. Okay, this is cool. The satchel. This is sick. Crafting bench. Okay, no. This is amazing, actually. Potato mochi, yes. Sootfoot, humble root, harvest it, peel it. Broiled, baked, or steamed will do. Just let nobody steal it. Mash the root, then knead the mash, then once more heat it over. Grill it only till it browns. Use ember, not flamethrower. Now hearken well and listen closely. The wise adore potato mochi. Okay. Dude, I didn't think I could fall deeper in love with this game. It's all here. Sketches drawn by Professor Levinton. His original Pokedex was long assumed to be lost until the partial facsimile was found at the shed of a private house in the Sinnoh region. This discovery helped advance the studies of Professor Levinton and the Pokedex he created. His work has been reevaluated in recent years, with particular appreciation for his accurate sketches of Pokemon and his gift for capturing Pokemon's quirks with skillful descriptions. It is said his Pokedex is not, in fact, completed by Levinton himself, but by a mysterious 15-year-old youth who appeared out of nowhere one day. Okay, that's cool. That's this place is sick. Training grounds. A space where Galaxy Expedition team members hone their skills for battling using Pokemon they had caught. It's worth noting that the wild Pokemon were still regarded as terrifying creatures at the time. There are records of a man named Ingo providing guidance in the ways of Pokemon battle. It is said that he simply vanished one day after stating, "It's time for me to return." What? That's cryptic and weird. Above is shown the interior of the hairdresser, while below is shown the interior of the clothier. While life in Hisui is often regarded as one of scarcity, residents were able to live in relative comfort by befriending Pokemon as well as by using gathered materials to craft items. The hairdresser also seemed to host salons, with some residents gathering to play a game known as Go in the establishment. Pokemon Go? No way. This is pretty accurate to Kamado's uniform. Kimono, recreation of kimono worn by Kamado, first commander of the Galaxy Expedition team. Kimono uses many different types of thread and is ornately decorated, showing that much effort was put into its creation. Yo, that's Sinnoh! Thus, it is assumed that the kimono was quite costly, but it's unknown whether Kamado acquired it himself or was given to him as a gift. Pattern provides evidence that Golduck could be found at the time clothing was embroidered. There it is. Okay, first I'm gonna see everything else. Commander's armor, suit of armor worn in battle by Kamado, said to have come from the Galar region and bears a strong resemblance to the armor worn by Wickstrom, Elite Four members of the Kalos region's Elite Four. I need to go look up Wickstrom. I never got to Elite Four in this game, so. Wow. Oh wow, so his armor's a reference to this? That's cool, because that is like super close. When contracted for comment, Wilkstrom said it was possible this armor was one of the several suits his ancestors gave to Galarians. However, it is difficult to verify such claims given the relations between Kalos and Galar during the era. Temple of Sinnoh, an artist's rendition of what the ruins known as a spear pillar would have looked like if restored. It said that these ruins once housed 10 statues depicting Pokemon known as Lord or Ladies. However, the temple is severely damaged due to a battle between legendary Pokemon, with the statues also being destroyed. Record shows that the name Spear Pillar was coined by the Survey Corps at the time. Yeah, they were like, oh look, the pillars are jutting out like spears. Wait, say that again? Alright. What is this? Ancient quarry. As the name would suggest, this cave was used in ancient times as a stone quarry. The clean cuts on the rock surfaces are signs of advanced techniques or possibly skill command. Follow drop that bar. Either way, the results are impressive even at this modern age. Formal attire. This outfit said to have been worn by ancient Sinnoh people during their rituals. No, it was an ancient Sinnoh person. This group worships Pokemon Arceus, says an almighty deity. Now we remember, although it is thought that they showed their respect by mimicking Arceus' appearance, even reflected by the way they styled their hair. Yeah, we remember. It was told that the person who wore this outfit donated to the collection personally. Apparently he gazed a while at those sketches by Professor Levinton with a nostalgic air. So that wasn't too long ago, right? Because they said they just put up this thing. Because wait, does that mean Volo's still alive? That would be crazy, actually. Why are they telling us that unless they plan to do something with it later? Because there would be no other reason for them to say that, right? Ancient Sinnoh hieroglyphs. These hieroglyphs were used in ancient Sinnoh and said to depict both common Pokemon and those that were used as objects of worship. Each glyph had multiple meanings and they could be combined to create whole sentences. Almighty Sinnoh. Statue depicting the temporal Pokemon Dialga, worshipped by the Diamond Clan. It is referred to as Almighty Sinnoh, the creator of the entire world. Almighty Sinnoh. A stage statue depicting spatial Pokemon Palkia, worshipped by the Pearl Clan, referred to as the Almighty Sinnoh, creator of the entire world. Oh, and the colors that they're glowing. Why is this a better homage to Gen 3 or Gen 4 than BDSP?